You look terrible.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you look like you've been up half the night.
It's because I have been up half the night. Alice is teething, aren't you, you poor little thing?
Something here that's going to take her mind off all that. Now then, Baba. Look at her. Isn't she lovely? Don't know why your daddy makes all this fuss sometimes. You look happy enough to your Uncle Archie.
Well, if Uncle Arch will keep her occupied for 10 minutes, I'll be very grateful.
Sure, no problem. Is it, Alice? Are you ringing?
Well, I'm trying to find a childminder.
I thought you did that yesterday.
Well, I did, didn't I? I tried 6, but they're all full. I'll tell you, Archie, I never thought it'd be so difficult trying to find someone to look after a 1-year-old girl.
So you will come? It's kind of you to ask me, but it's a bit awkward, really. Well, not on my part, it won't be. I'd like you to come. It's ages since I've been to a party. Yeah, and thanks for asking. Well, don't get too excited. I can't promise you a wild time. Oh, I'll look forward to it. It's not every day you get invited to an orgy up at Emmerdale. It's not an orgy. It's not what I heard. It's a perfectly respectable, perfectly... What do you mean, not what you heard? Carol was talking about it in the Woolpack the other night. Carol's just an old woman. Apparently Jack had told her all about it. Oh, he's even worse. You should have seen him and Mark when the samples arrived. They were practically drooling. She said that too. Mind you, I didn't help. I did sort of give the impression it was all pretty hot stuff. I'd better put them out of their misery, show them what we're actually selling.
Why spoil the fun? If I were you, I'd let them think this party's going to be the hottest thing since Eve put on a fig leaf.
Oh, it's bad enough keeping Jack away as it is. I'm sure he's going to gate crash. Not to mention Mark.
So keep them guessing. And then when they do burst in...
I can't wait to see their faces.
OK. Well, thanks. No, I've tried there. All right, then. Bye.
Oh, look.
No. I'm getting a bit desperate now.
Yeah, you look like you could do with a break.
I'll say. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it's going to help you, I'll look after her for a couple of days.
It wouldn't solve the real problem, though, would it? Someone to look after her permanently. Oh, I don't understand why I can't find someone, Archie. I really don't.
Well, maybe you should offer her more money.
Oh, yeah, maybe I should win the pools. Do you know, it's quite expensive. It's around £2 an hour. That seems to be the going rate round here.
Is that what they get?
Well, yeah. I think I'd be able to find someone for that, wouldn't you?
I'd do it for half that and think myself lucky.
Well, how about looking after her now, then? I could do with a kip.
Yeah, fine, no problem. I could only do an hour or so, though. I've got some at home.
What's that, then?
Ah, you know.
No, I don't know.
Right. It's a bit silly, really. Me and Lynn, we're going to buy a coffin, actually.
Oh.
Come through, Eric. I'm just grabbing a quick lunch.
Smells delicious. Can't beat a good homemade broth, can you?
Especially when it's out of a tin. But it'll have to do, I'm afraid. I've not got time for home cooking at the moment.
Oh. Nice excuse to get away from the tin opening then, eh?
Well, if that's an invitation to dinner, yes, please.
Good. Where do you fancy, the Italian or the French place in Skipdale?
Or here, the Woolpack.
If you don't mind them knowing.
Eric, I ended up having to go to Knaresborough because everyone's talking about us. They all know.
Or they think they know.
So let's show everybody that we're going out together, that we're not ashamed of it and we've got nothing to hide.
It'd be my pleasure, Elizabeth.
But everyone's staying over. Melanie, look, it's going to be really late. There's no point going home.
While you're tuned here, it's sunny.
Look, if it makes them feel any better, tell them you're sleeping next door. Yeah? You will? Great. OK, then. Bye. Told you.
I still don't reckon you'll get anywhere, mine.
Gary?
You watch, come midnight, she'll be heading home.
It's not like that.
Unless I mix one of my special punches. That way, by 12 o'clock, she won't even remember what the door looks like.
It's just what I want. My girlfriend knocked out by your punch.
I'll just get her a little bit tipsy then.
No, thanks. Well, anyway, Melanie's sleeping over on the sofa.
Pull the other one, Mark. It's got Big Ben on it. And give us that phone. If I'm going to do a punch, I'm going to make sure there's a few more birds coming round to sample it.
It'll be a few more days yet, Mr. Turner. That's what doctor said.
Why, for heaven's sake? Well, he's only just recovered. It was a nasty injury, that.
You have to take things carefully when you're getting over a bang on the head, you know.
Oh, good grief.
To work things out proper.
What out?
Well, I didn't know I were, did I? That's unsettling. I've got to settle Miss Andan again.
What are you talking about, Seth?
I've got a great big chunk missing out of my life.
You lost your memory for a few days, a week.
A lot can happen in a week.
Yeah, a war might have been declared.
It weren't, was it, Michael?
Oh, of course it hasn't. Oh.
Anyway, I've got to adjust on it. Time to catch up on things. Hello, Eric. Have you come to celebrate my return to being normal?
Is that what you call it? Stopping, Seth. Come to book a table.
Not in the restaurant.
That's where you normally serve meals, isn't it?
You're dining, then?
Got it in one, Alan. Yes, I am.
I see.
Table for two, 7 o'clock, okay?
Bye. And that proves my point, don't it, Mr. Turner?
What?
About what I've been missing. Nobody told me him and Mrs. Fellman were dating.
They're not dating.
Seth, you have been gossiping about precious little else for the last month.
I know, because they were keeping it a secret, weren't they? But it looks now as if they decided not to bother anymore.
It was good of you to ask her.
Well, there's no point bearing grudges, is there?
Well, no.
Anyway, I think Lynn's exactly the right sort of person to invite to this sort of party. Don't you?
I wouldn't know, really.
Hi, Kathy. What brings you here?
I had to call into the village, so I thought I'd pop in. Kim said you rang Sarah about a party or something.
Yeah, I wanted to invite you. You got time for a coffee? Well, come on then, I'll tell you all about it. I'll bring yours out, Jack, okay? Come on, Archie.
I don't know about this.
Undertakers don't bite, you know.
Yeah, no, they just put you in a big box and bury you under 6 feet of topsoil.
Not today, they won't.
Just feels a bit like tempting fate, that's all.
This was Bill's last request, you know.
Yeah, I know that.
The last thing on his mind before he died.
Yes.
Well, so you can't let him down, can you?
You wouldn't know, though, would he?
Archie.
All right, come on.
The thing is, Kathy, it's going to be quite a night.
So I hear.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you about it first. It's only fair to warn you.
Warn me? About what?
About the sort of evening it's going to be.
And what sort of evening is it going to be?
Definitely not for the squeamish.
But I thought it was just a lingerie party.
Well, of course, that's what I told Jack and the rest of the men round here. But you and I know what we're really talking about.
Oh, we do. Who'd have thought it, eh?
Just as well Annie's away, eh?
Oh, she'd never approve. Not in her own kitchen.
Hello, Jack.
Hi.
I was just bringing your coffee out to you.
Shoelace came undone.
This is horrible.
Oh, shh, sit down.
Can't we just go?
Ah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I would just like to express my sincere condolences.
You what?
It is a difficult time, I know, but we at Hopkins and Thorogood will do all we can to ease the strain. Now, if you can just get rid of the painful details first.
What painful details?
Well, firstly, the name of the deceased.
Then tell him.
No, you don't quite understand.
Mother, father?
No.
Auntie, uncle?
No.
You have come to make the arrangements, haven't you? The funereal arrangements.
Well, no, not quite.
Then I do not consider this to be very amusing, young lady. If you wish to indulge in practical jokes, I suggest you go elsewhere.
No, we are serious. We do want to buy a coffin.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's for me.
That's what I've been trying to explain.
Oh. Then you'll not only have my condolences, sir, but my admiration, too.
Eh?
When our number is called, very few of us have the courage to arrange our own departure.
My number hasn't been called. Lynn, tell him.
There's nothing actually wrong with Archie, you see.
No, I just want to buy a coffin.
For when there is.
Which there isn't.
He's sort of planning ahead.
Yeah, a long way ahead.
Just let me get this straight. You do wish to buy a coffin?
Yeah.
Even though you're not dying?
No.
Or expecting to in the near future?
No.
You just wish to buy a coffin for when you do?
Yes.
It It isn't Jeremy Beadle, is it?
No, we are serious. We just want to buy a coffin.
I'll get the catalogue.
Oh, now that's a nice one, Archie.
That's from our select range, madam.
Select.
We have 3 grades of coffin, standard, superior and select. For the customer who traditionally demands that little bit extra in life.
Or death.
Quite.
Well, what do you think, Archie?
Not go long as it's worm-proof.
Worm-proof?
Can't stand worms.
Then you best opt for the select, then, sir. Right, now then, how about the handles? We have brass or alloy?
Long as they're worm-proof, I'm not bothered.
Right. And what about the stain?
The what?
Mahogany or medium or light oak?
I'm going to be buried 6 foot under. Don't see it matters.
You're going to be in there a long time, sir, and we at Hopkins and Thorogood do like to get these little details correct.
Quite right, too.
I'll have medium out then.
Oh, excellent choice, if I may say so, sir. You won't regret it. Now then, how do you plan to pay? We don't normally do an instalment plan, but in this instance, I'm sure we could come to some sort of arrangement.
I'll be paying by cheque.
Oh, very good, madam. And what name would that be?
Whiteley. Mrs. Peter Whiteley.
Whiteley? You're not related to a Mr. William Whiteley, are you?
Granddaughter-in-law. Bill left Archie the money for his coffin in the will.
You see, I wish you'd said this earlier, madam. Mr. William Whiteley was one of our most favoured customers. I'm sure we can find you something with that little bit extra. Please walk this way.
He's a nut on him. Jeremy Beadle's got notes on him.
There we are, madam. Our piece de resistance.
I've never seen anything like it.
It is rather special, isn't it? The Forest Lawn Cadillac.
You've got to be joking.
We had it shipped over for one of our clients. He was very pleased with it, but he suddenly changed his mind.
Why?
He went on a round-the-world cruise instead. Yes, if I may say so, sir, this would suit you down to the ground. You would look, well, how can I put it? You would look very peaceful and at rest.
I don't think it's quite you, do you, Archie?
Definitely not.
Oh, I see. Well, what about the model through there, the deluxe? That was one of Mr. William Whiteley's favourites.
Yeah, Mark's place, you know. Brilliant. And ask Sharon to come along and all, will you? All right. OK, see you then. See ya.
What's he doing here? And he got an home to go to?
Wish you could say the same about you.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Listen, you'll be wearing that phone out the amount of time you spend on it.
I'm just getting the party sorted out.
Oh, yeah, that.
So, you decided whether you're coming or not yet?
Well, I'm not in a party mood these days.
I suppose you could always go to Leeds, see Rachel.
Yeah, well, the way things are going round here, I might just stay there and all.
Did you hear that?
Great, eh? Michael away for the night, a few birds staying. I tell you, this is going to be a great party.
Why?
Nick, well, what are you doing here?
Oh, Meg had to go out.
But she promised.
Oh, she's had some bad news. Her sister's had a fall or something.
Nick, this can't go on.
I know. Look, I've spent the whole day on the phone. I reckon I've called every childminder between here and Leeds.
Yes, and I've called everyone between here and Edinburgh.
I don't know what to do. Do you know, I'd do anything just to get proper childcare sorted out.
Don't worry, Nick. I'll find someone, even if I have to spend the rest of the week on the phone.
So that's one medium oak stain from the deluxe range with the brass handles and the red satin lining.
Worm-proof.
It'll be worm-proof, sir, don't worry.
Yeah, you better make sure it's properly padded and all. I don't like sleeping on an hard mattress.
Right. Well, if I may, sir.
What are you doing?
Well, I do have to measure you up, sir. I mean, we don't want the coffin to be too short.
Hang on.
Quite right, too. As the gentleman said, Archie, you are going to be in there a long time.
Yeah, I know that.
Never do to be buried with bent knees now, would it?
Certainly not. So if you'd hold the end, sir.
Lynn?
Right. Now, all I need is the address.
Address?
Yeah, for the delivery, madam.
What, you mean you don't keep it for us?
Oh, no, not for the next 50 years or so, madam, no.
I've got to keep it at home.
Well, yes, and if you wish to maintain it in the proper condition, just give it the occasional polish. I always used to suggest to Mr. William Whiteley that he use beeswax.
Beeswax?
Beeswax.
Archie, you can't keep a coffin at home. What will people say?
It was Bill's last request. Can't let him down, can we?
Me and Dan are going to do some tapes, yeah. Hey, Mike.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
It's Rachel's bloke. He moved in a few weeks ago.
Oi, do you mind?
What's the matter?
Well, it would be nice, just for once, to have a bit of peace and quiet in my own home. Well, if you don't like it, you know what you can do about it, don't you?
No, he's not invited. He's a premature wrinkler.
What are you doing? Well, like you said, if I didn't like it, I knew what to do. Very funny. Yeah, I thought so. Listen, are you working tonight? Yeah, why? Oh, nothing. Well, Pollard's booked a table, him and me mum.
Oh, good.
I hope they give me a nice tip. You couldn't, well, spill something down him or something, could you? If you make it worth my while, yeah. You know when Joe started going out with your mum? How did you feel? I mean, what did you think? Not much, really. I didn't really like him. It's different now, though. Joe's a good bloke. Yeah. Well, that's just the trouble, isn't it? Nobody says that about Pollard apart from my mum. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna have to get off. I'll be late for work. Oh, see you later. See you, mate.
Oh, yeah, it's Gary again. Yeah, that Michael cut us off the dock.
We could go straight through if you like.
Certainly not. I'd like a drink first, please, Eric.
You sure?
Well, everybody's watching us. We might as well give them something to watch. Evening, Alan.
Ah, Elizabeth. This is quite a turn-up for the book.
I don't understand, Alan.
You and Eric.
I'm sorry, I still don't quite follow you.
Well, when you came in here before, if we even mentioned his name, you became very agitated. Very agitated indeed.
I really have spent far too long doing it, haven't I?
Doing what?
Denying what's been so obvious to everyone. But not anymore.
We'll have our usual, please, Alan. And a nice bottle of Sancerre for dinner.
And do make sure it's nicely chilled.
Hello, love. You're late.
Oh, I bumped into Jack Sugden.
Oh?
Yeah, in fact, he weighed me down. He wanted to tell me about this wild knicker party. Sarah's organising one up at Emmerdale.
Yeah, that's right.
And she's invited you, he says.
Yep.
You mean it's true?
Mm-hmm.
Cathy, do you know what goes on at those kind of parties?
No, but I'll tell you when I've been.
You don't mean you're actually going, do you?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Cathy?
Not from what Sarah was saying. She's going to be selling a lot of very interesting lines.
Your second bottle, Eric?
Go by.
About the table lamp, Alan.
There isn't one.
Exactly. Could we have one, please?
Well, I can always turn on another light if it's not bright enough for you.
It's too bright in here already.
I've never seen so many lights in one room.
Yes, well, I like to have my restaurant nice and bright.
Well, we prefer a more cosy atmosphere.
Cosy.
You know, intimate.
Intimate?
Just one candle. That'll do.
I'm sorry, old boy, but I think this bottle's corked.
Corked? Nonsense.
Afraid so, old boy.
Eric, you can't try that one on me.
Try it, old boy.
I'll get you another bottle. It's disgraceful.
What is it, and for a woman of her age, it's quite ridiculous, too.
Dear.
And with a man like that, for heaven's sake.
Well, what are they getting up to in there, Mr. Turner?
They're making public spectacles of themselves, that's what they're doing.
Have they?
You stay where you are, Seth. Although I mean it, I really would have thought Elizabeth knew better.
That's right. 7:30 on the 10th. OK. See you then. Bye.
Michael's got them 2 ewes feeding again.
Has he?
He's proving pretty useful around the place, is young Michael.
Hmm.
Problem?
No, I was just wondering if there's anyone I've forgotten to invite to this fundraising party, that's all.
Well, he's not coming.
I haven't had one refusal yet. We should make quite a bit for the school funds from that.
Well, you fixed a date then.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. Is that okay with you?
What, am I invited after all?
So you can make plans to go out for the evening.
I still don't see why I'm being kept away from this. This is my son's school, after all.
I just think it would be better.
And it's a perfectly innocent, perfectly respectable fundraising evening, you said.
You know what a gang of girls are like when they get together?
No, I don't. I intend finding out, though.
Ask me, the poor woman's obviously deranged.
Not the only one either.
She's draping herself all over him in there.
Well, she obviously likes him, Alan.
Nonsense. How could anybody in their right minds like Eric Pollard?
Oh, come on.
Well, how could anybody with half a mind want to spend the evening with him?
Swap it for the afternoon I just had.
I'm seriously beginning to wonder if she isn't becoming a little unbalanced.
We went to Undertakers.
I mean, if you think... What?
Yeah, we went to buy Archie a coffin.
You took Archie to do what?
Very nice one, too, from their deluxe range.
Medium oak stain with brass handles.
And red satin lining.
Is it just me, or is everyone round here going quite mad?
They're delivering it next week.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, Michael, I haven't laughed so much in ages.
You weren't the one that would be measured up for a wooden box. What's up with him?
Well, it's his mother. Frankly, I'm not surprised he's upset.
Elizabeth, you keep winding Alan up like that, you're going to give him apoplexy.
I don't have to do anything, Eric. Alan does it all himself. Michael.
Spoiling the party, am I?
Don't be silly. It's lovely to see you. Join us.
No, no thanks.
I'll just go.
You stay, Eric.
Look, I don't like seeing you making an idiot of yourself. And I don't like seeing you acting like this.
Michael, listen to me.
Look, you deserve better than this, and you deserve better than him, too.
Dare you?
It's all right, Elizabeth.
It most certainly is not.
Let Michael get it off his chest.
Eric.
No, I mean it. Let's get everything out in the open, shall we? Once and for all. Go on, Michael.
Look, I didn't come here to row Mr. Pollard, but since you ask...
Michael.
I reckon it's right what everyone says about you. You're nothing better than a con man. And I reckon that's what you're doing right now, conning me mum.
Finished?
Well, you're not good enough for her. It's as simple as that.
OK. Now it's my turn.
What?
To tell you what I feel about you. Oh, can't you take it? You're good at dishing it out, eh? I think you're a little boy with a lot of growing up to do, Michael.
No, just a minute.
Be quiet, Michael.
You just can't stand the thought of your mother having any kind of life, any kind of relationship.
Well, not with you, no.
Yeah. You'd feel the same way about anybody, Michael. You see, the problem isn't who your mother sees. It's you. You're not mature enough to accept her choice. And I'll tell you something else. I am very fond of your mother. And I wouldn't do anything to hurt her or harm her in any possible way. Now, I suggest you leave us.
You'll not get away with this, Pollard. Because I'm watching you very closely. And you step out of line once, just once, I'll be teaching you a lesson. Okay.